Howdy guys, Justino here. I'm back with another little video where I'm just gonna start yapping away at stuff. Got some Monster Hunter Wilds in the background. Got to go back to playing that game a little bit. This topic, it's a little bit more specific to sports fans, I feel. But what I really wanted to talk about today was how I feel like blackout dates. So, like, if you're trying to watch like a sports broadcast on television. If you're not familiar, there are blackout dates under certain service providers, um, where like under the bundle you may or may not have prevents you from watching basically the team in your hometown. It prevents you from watching their games. Like you can listen to the games on the radio, but you're not allowed to watch them. And basically, what I wanted to talk about today is how I feel like blackout dates actually hurt the home team. Not maybe in like a drastic kind of way, but I do think that the inability to watch your own home team does steer new fans away from becoming supporters of the home team. Now, this isn't really a big issue, in my opinion, especially when it comes to people who grew up as fans of a home team. So, for example, like I was born and raised as a San Diego Padres fan. This is MLB baseball for those of you guys who do not know. I was born and raised as one, so I just kind of always was one. And at the time when I was growing up, my dad did actually have the bundle. I don't know if times were just different back then, but I do know that we did have the bundle to watch all the home Padres games on television. So really, what I wanted to talk about is a new fan, right? Whether you're watching football, like American football, soccer, hockey, basketball, baseball. I think that one of the best ways to be introduced to a sport is being, watching it on television. Obviously, like a great way to experience the sport for the first time is to, go see a game live with some friends or something. With people who are familiar with it. I think that's another great way to get introduced to a sport. However, I think when you're finding a new sport, you kind of want to see your own home team play. And if you're not a big sports fan, albeit, or you don't have a bundle for, that specific sport, right? So, like, maybe let's say you're a big soccer fan, right? But, you want to get into baseball, you might have the bundle to watch your, home team soccer games, but maybe not your home team's baseball games. And in a way, I think that can kind of, hurt the fan base for the team that plays in your hometown. And I know that this is an issue that's more of like, the TV service provider and stuff rather than, the actual team itself. Because if it was up to the sports teams in general, then of course they would want to be able to broadcast themselves to as many people as possible. There would be literally no benefit in them uh, for having blackout days. And the main reason why I wanted to talk about this is mostly because of the fact that I'm starting to I'm a new hockey fan. My girlfriend is really into hockey. She got into it. I can't remember if it was this year. I think it was more like last year when she really started getting into it. And it's really cool because she's never really been into like a sport. Like she watches baseball because I watch baseball, but like hockey is kind of like her thing, and it's kind of cool. Like she's watching games as much as I watch baseball games. Like it's funny when the Stanley Cup is on because like we'll go out to dinner and just like how like some guys will like have like the Super Bowl on their phone, or, like the World Series, like a game on. She'll literally have like the Stanley Cup on her phone the entire time during dinner. She'll be like watching it. So I think it's really fun, and as a new hockey fan, I don't know what team I want to support. Like that's mostly it, and it's like the most local team I can, or the most local team to me is would either be like the Anaheim Ducks or the LA Kings. And like I like those teams, but I think I like them because they're home, like they're close to me, right? Like I can go see their games. However, I can't even watch their games on a regular basis. So like, do I just become a fan just solely because they're close to me? You know what I mean? It kind of like turns me away. Like that's ultimately why I wanted to talk about this and why I think that in terms of new fans, blackout days and not being able to watch games from your home team or a local team do pull can push people away from those teams. You know, it might push people away towards, bigger city or bigger market teams, right? New York, Los Angeles. Well, I live near LA, I guess, but New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, maybe even a Texas team or something like that, right? And it pushes people towards teams like that because you can always watch their games. You're never limited to not watching them, and at the same time, they have a big fan base. So there is a lot of appeal to becoming a fan of one of those teams, and I think a lot of the fact is due to that you can watch their games all the time. Like if the only way you can consume a team's games is like obviously you have clips and highlights and stuff like that, right? But like if the only other way to consume their games is through actually seeing them play live, I think that it kind of it really hurts the whole experience of like supporting them like all the time. Maybe I don't know. And yeah, I've just been kind of in this rut of like trying to figure out what hockey team I want to support. It would either be like based off of like logo or colors, or I'll try to find a favorite player as well, and I'll try to support them and whatever team they play on. But yeah, I think that this is a bit of a shorter video. Mostly just wanted to talk about how I think that not being able to watch your local team due to blackout dates does actually hurt the fan base as well. So yeah, maybe this is kind of obvious, but either way, something I wanted to talk about. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and catch you guys in the next video. I'll be posting these every now and then whenever I find stuff to talk about. All right, I'll see you guys next time then. All right, peace.